Man, fam, good morning. You know what it is. What they call it, a hump day, midweek. You know what I mean? I just want to tell you good morning. God bless. Let you know that I love each and every one of you. And I would like to share something a little bit this morning. It's just a little wake-up call. When I was younger, I'm 50, so I'm letting you know I was back in the 80s, you know, when it was like crack cocaine was taking over the hood. I'm from Homewood, PA, you know, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. When I was growing up, it was still violent. When I was growing up, heroin was taking over the hood. You know, down on Rosedale, you couldn't go to, we used to have a swimming pool down on Rosedale. That's how old I am. We used to have a swimming pool down on Rosedale. And when you would go to swimming pool, you know what you would see? You would see like balloons on the ground. You would see needles on the ground. You know, you would see people leaned over. Believe it or not, your parents, some of our parents would even allow us to go down Rosedale at certain times of the day because of the heroin epidemic. Parts of Homewood, parts of Collier, parts of Upland. So I just want to say something. For some reason, we're demonizing the youth we see today. We're demonizing the young culture we see today, not truly understanding this. Understand this. What we see in the culture today is what we have helped create or what we have just been silent about. And when you're silent, it's like you almost approve the culture which you see. So I want you to understand something. When I was younger, and I know people want to act shady, they would pass you through school if you knew how to play basketball and football. Do anybody know like Big Moon Howard? You don't know the dudes that used to hoop in Westinghouse, and they would pass you or let you sit in the gym if you knew how to play football and basketball? They've been doing that. They've been dumbing us down. They've been not trying to educate the youth. But now today, for some reason, we put up with our youth being dummied down and miseducation by saying we're going to blame it on the white man or blame it on the systematic system or the pipeline of prison. But at the end of the day, John Morris has dropped the ball somewhere that he has to pick it up. And how we pick it up is to understand that we have to let our children understand how important reading and math is, how important they are, the cognitive structure of the way they think, how to do conflict resolution, all this stuff that they putting out here in these streets and these new programs, we can do in our homes and we can start ourselves. I'm so tired of people saying, man, the culture out here is off the chain and oh my God, man, these young girls when I was younger, they had bikers, right? Everybody wore biker pants, half of their booty out. They was wearing negligees back there in the hood. We know that, half naked in the hood. They used to had a fishnet little dresses on, you know what I mean, with some tight shorts on walking down the street. So everything that we see right now in our culture, it's not that we implanted it, it's not that we did it, but somewhere along we got lost in the shuffle by grinding, trying to get our children out of the hood. The majority of us don't even live in the hood no more because we knew how violent it got in 85 through 90 when they was murdering people like it was crazy. So somewhere along the line, we have to pick the ball back up and stop the blame game. No one is coming to save us. There was a book out called No One's Coming to Save Your Youth. No one's coming to teach your daughter's morals. No one's coming to teach your daughter in some respect. Them days are over. I heard a senator say today, and it blew my mind. I listened to the video. The senator said that he's not doing reparations for African American, period, whoever was in chattel slavery, because we have been blessed to have a black president. Out of the millions and millions and millions of us in the United States, we should be happy that they let there be one black president. So that lets you know that the spirit of the culture. We should be happy that a bunch of people died to fight for us to get out of chattel slavery, which we shouldn't have been in the first place, being treated like animals and dogs. But we should be happy we not in chattel slavery no more. We should be jumping up and down that you know, we ain't getting beat with whips and grandma getting raped on, you know, back one way from church. It's just on my mind today, I didn't want to sit a form that we can sit here and be angry anymore. I want you to set a form that somewhere along the lines that we grab hold of some of these young folk. And that's what You're Not In Checkmate is all about. I'm emotional this morning because all I heard on the radio is about how they letting these superintendents of this Baltimore, they got elected another superintendent. Both of color. The last one was of color. This one is of color. The graduating people in Baltimore County and Baltimore City that can't read or write at the 5th grade level. They ain't even proficient enough to go get a driver's license, let alone fill out a job application. But you're making job programs for our youth that can't read or do math. I don't care how many job programs, ready for work programs we give our youth. If they cannot read and do basic math, who's going to hire them? So we need to stop doing job readiness programs and do some academic programs and give our youth some type of foundation. And I'm asking anybody, I don't care if you need my help. I'll send you some paper. I'll send you pencils. I'll tell you what libraries near your location. It's time to start, man, this summer here, we got to attack what we don't want to accept. Our children are proficient. And proficient means they just smart enough to see a stop sign and know it means stop. That's all it means, stop. No more lean on me. No more that attitude. Oh, my child, at least my child ain't shooting nobody. At least my daughter ain't pregnant. But you have embraced them into another form of child slavery, which is called illiteracy. And you know what? You know how we can start? Right now, just going to be about, at least in your neighborhood alone, 50 vacation Bible schools. I implore every church inside of every neighborhood to make sure the child that's in your vacation Bible school knows how to read, at least on the level that the Bible school, you got the young adults, the different classes you have in Bible school. Have them read to you. See how they read. Sneak a little math in there. Because I'm going to tell you what the Lord, Yahshua HaMashiach, said. Jesus Christ said this. If you harm one of these, he was talking about them children. You might as well take a rope and tie it around your neck, throw 3-4 cylinder blocks on the end of that rope and throw it in the Allegheny River, or throw it in the Susquehanna River, or throw it in the ocean and jump in behind that block. It's time for us to stop, man. I don't care, man. We got to stop talking about what Trump is doing. Trump is not killing over 200 people in Baltimore City. Trump is not shooting, making women so stressed out and so despaired that they don't want to do mental health because church think that you evil if you dealing with mental health and you leave 3 babies behind and go jump off a bridge. The people that are taking there's more youth taking their life than any other gamma. And you know how they doing it? See, we don't see it. They popping pills, they drinking, they having sex parties. They going out and just shooting at each other like they don't, with no vest on. That's suicide. It's just suicide by another man's hand or another woman's hand. But we got to get to our youth. I'm not trying to be on point today. I don't care. But we got to get out here and do and help and do our youth. And those parents that are doing what you're supposed to be doing, I'm applauding you. It is nothing wrong with your child being able to read. Ain't nothing wrong with your child smelling good. Ain't nothing wrong with you making sure your child is brushing their teeth. Ain't nothing wrong with putting new shoes on your child's feet. Ain't nothing wrong with putting clothes on your child's back. And ain't nothing wrong with getting out of a war zone. And any politician got a problem or any preacher got something wrong, but I'm saying, stop staying in situations that are murdering your children. I'm not staying nowhere where the police won't even arrest nobody. You can sit on the corner of Baltimore and watch dudes gamble all day and the police on the other corner. They find the police sleep. Police selling guns back to them, selling drugs from Philadelphia to Baltimore. Our youth is in the midst of that. And that the blame game is over. It's time for us, those in leadership, those of us that have the spirituality of discernment to understand that we need to reach our youth. And we cannot reach youth if they can't read. How you gonna reach a young man's mind and he don't know how to read or know no math? How you gonna reach his mind? How you gonna tell him he has a future if everything seems bleak? Our job is to raise the generation after us. We cannot be self-centered and selfish. I hear it all the time. I'm gonna still live my life. But you got 4 kids, you got 3 children. You should have thought it out before you got pregnant. You should have thought it out before you went and got that sister pregnant. It's not about you no more. It's about our youth. And that's how I'm coming at anybody. We could do all the Facebook videos you want, showing children have happy. Show me some results, and then I'll applaud you. Show me some centers you have opened without a ton of government money that might close down next year. I'm gonna help you out with something. I'm gonna leave you with this. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in Homewood, they had a place called Youth Built. Youth Works, Youth Built. They had the young people hooking up cribs. And if you did so many houses, they would help you get a home, right? Right? Come on, don't nobody remember this? Let me ask you a question. The program was successful. So that meant the gangbangers was getting off the street. The sisters with babies can find a home for their children. These young people, young black adults, and Youth Built, building houses, re-gutting them and everything. Look in the paper at Homewood. For some reason, that program was wiped out. It was no more. It was a successful program. It was wiped out years ago. Now I want you to think of something. Look at all the programs in Homewood, because I'm from Homewood. Like I said, look at all the programs in Homewood that spend over 15 years to 20 years in Homewood, and show me how they bettered Homewood. But Youth Built was better in Homewood, and they got rid of it. Now show me something like Youth Built right now. I'll drive up, do FaceTime with you, and I'll apologize. But show me a program that's instilling self-esteem, self-worth in our youth. Show me. They got job readiness programs in Baltimore, and there's more people slumming on methadone than anything else. You go to North Avenue in Baltimore and start by MTA where it was President Street. Oh, you think I don't know? Yeah. I preach on Gold Street, down there. I was preaching. You come out to church, get to President Street, North Avenue, go from North Avenue all the way up to the cemetery. They got all the job readiness programs you can think of. And all you see is people nodding either on heroin, methadone, or some type of pill. But there's a ton of methadone clinics open, tons of marijuana facilities open now. So you get high as you want and escape reality that you know that you're slowly walking dead. Now, I want you to start at President Street and go all the way up to the cemetery and show me how many youth programs there are for our youth. For the children of the people you got doped out. For the children you got smoking weed and they got heart problems in their body. Popping pills. The people on methadone got children. So why you doping them up on the methadone? And they starting at the church. When you go all the way up to the cemetery, there's a church right on the corner to give methadone. You go in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, right here in Maryland, in Brooklyn, they got churches to give out methadone. All year round. But won't give a sandwich out to a child unless the government puts the food inside their church. I'm allowed to say what I'm saying. I'm doing my part so I can say what I want. Yeah, I'm a little I'm a little spicy this morning. Come on, y'all. You a house of worship giving out methadone. Legal heroin. And it's stronger than heroin. I know for a fact. That's what I do, clinical counseling. Read about what methadone do to somebody's body. And then you wondering why these children are running around 11 or 12 at night. Their parents is high. Their parents is not. Their parents is asleep. And we're demonizing them. What are they doing down Baltimore City? All acting all crazy. What do you think children do? We did it when we was kids. Any attention is better than no attention. So some of us look for negative attention because we want to be seen. Our ego wants to be seen. You don't believe me? Look on Facebook and Instagram. Sister bent over twerking. Half of her brother in the bodybuilding got all his clothes off. All his clothes off. Man, I can pick up 600 pounds. You don't got to be butt naked to show nobody you can pick up 600 pounds. We got the brothers wanting to be cuter than the sisters because they want attention. And long as they get 2 or 3 likes, they gonna keep taking their clothes off. But don't understand the most powerful and strongest people in the world wear suits. Sitting up in high places. You listen to the brothers and sisters telling you, listen to me. You can look at Instagram all you want and look at these people. Notice every time they take pictures, they're in a hotel. They're in a hotel, or they taking pictures of cars, they're in the parking lot, or they in the inside parking lot. And they're trying to tell you that to be something, you got to have 5 cars. To be something, you have to have all the gold. I got gold, I got diamonds. Wow, what that make me a better person? No, you could be a drug dealer and have diamonds and gold. You could be a girl in the street selling her body and have a nice Porsche. But what about your self-existence and your self-esteem? I'm just telling you, our children mimic us. Let me tell you something. I was once told, man, Lisa Morris told me something one time that blew my mind. She said, look at, our daughter, she reading. She said, because she see you reading all the time. And I come from, when I was young, I couldn't read. See, I was out in the street, running the street, and couldn't read. I was smoking weed. That's right. Drinking Mad Dog, Night Train. Couldn't read, man. Couldn't read. And then I came to a life-altering situation where the brothers told me, you can't be part of our clique if you can't read, young brother. We ain't even gonna teach you how to lift if you can't read. And they made me go to school. And you know what's crazy? I got my GED before them. It was their 7th time trying to get their GED, 6th time, 5th time. I got my GED on the first because I sat there and I studied. And now I get to teach any young brother or sister who ever wants to listen, you can do it. You're Not In Checkmate is about transparency, starting with me first. I used to be the scum of the earth. But someone saw worthiness in me. God seemed to know. Human beings seen that I was worth something. Big Ed Hardy. Man, I got 2 Ed Hardys in my life. One worked at Schumann, told me, bro, you better get yourself together. The other one, Big House, up in the penitentiary. Call me, first man I ever let call me Young Bob. Taught me to stop beating people's head in because I was insecure, because I thought everybody was trying to rape me. Now, so I'm going to bust you in the head. Because I was insecure. Because I ain't like the way people want to try to, you want to turn me, you can get one of these sticks and not one of these shanks. But even in the dire situations of my life, men stepped up and made sure I became something great. In the most darkest times of my life when I could have lost my man, a man stepped up and seen that I was worth something great. Going through the trials and tribulations, coming back out here and after dealing with society, men seen me and said I had something great, so it's my turn to pass it on. The blame game stops, y'all. The blame game stops. There's no way there should have been all them children down Baltimore City and man acting crazy at night like that. But they hurting. And all we want to do is keep demonizing them. How you gonna demonize our own seed? They're our children. But you glorifying jokers on Instagram and Facebook, telling you about Black history like you can't go find it out yourself. Oh, he's a genius. He's a god. Oh, he's so intellectual. But your daughter's looking for attention. Your son's looking for some attention. I just want y'all to be blessed today. And let's stop the blame game. That's all I'm going to deal with for the next couple weeks. Stop the blame game. Get on our A game. Stop the blame game and pour into your children. And there's a lot of sisters out here taking good care of their kids. There's a lot of men out here taking good care of their children. And stop putting so much negative stuff out on Facebook and Instagram. A real man to do this, or a girl to do this, or she'll twerk if it works. There's a lot of sisters ain't twerking, and they can, and they fine. There's a lot of handsome men out here that could be showing you jewelry and but they not. They're giving you some positive inspiration. Stop pushing the negativity. We only how negativity can push because on Facebook we push it. Oh, the cop beat such and such up. We push negativity. Instagram, we push negativity. But let me ask you a question. The next time you look at one of those police things they keep putting up, I watched the thing that blew my mind. It just blew my mind. The young brother was so upset. The police had him already on the ground, hands behind his back, ready to put the cuffs on him. He started fighting the police. Get the F off me. You get off me. Get the F off me. Yeah. You're already on your stomach, young man. You got the handcuffs on you. So when they put the dog on him, all of us want to put the social media. Blam, look at they put a dog on him. Put a dog on him. All he had to do Let the man handcuff you and put you in the car. I know that sound like it's soft. But if you're going to fight anything, it's better to fight in court than fight in the funeral parlor, young man. The man had you on the ground already cuffed and you start fighting. Then you mad they let the dog go on you. Yeah, but we don't want to teach our young men. Once they put them handcuffs on you, young man, it's better to fight them in court. Because when they put them handcuffs on you, they coming deep. We know that. And we have to teach our young men and women to start thinking. We have to keep our children out of situations like that, where you can sit there and spit on the cops and cuss at the cops because you've been watching Instagram and Facebook too long. Now you on hip-hop videos or whatever they call the video. Now it's your turn to be on the videos and they watching dogs eat you apart because you don't understand the nature of a police officer is fear. They don't come to rectify a situation. They come to fix the situation. Only time you see the police is when they believe a crime has already occurred. They don't come to stop crime. Read. What police stops crime? You call them 911 emergency. 911 emergency. That's what comes up, right? This is 911 emergency. It don't say 911. I think in the next 2 days there's going to be some crimes on Frankstown. The next 2 days there's going to be some crimes on North Avenue. No, they come to what? Police. They come to what? Break up illegal activity. And they have a badge, and they have a stick, and they have a gun, and they have a union, and they have us misinformed about our rights as human beings. Young men, listen to me. Tell your sons this. If you ain't out at 11 at night trying to go get a job or coming from a job, get the heck off them streets. And I want to say something else. If you're not 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning at the bus stop trying to go to a job, why you stand on the corner all day? See, police told me that one time. Morris, what's up, man? What you want? You've been here for like 4 hours. We done drove around the block 100 times and you still here. The bus, 3-4 buses done went past. What you harassing me for? We just want to know what you're doing here. We got to wake our children up with some critical thinking. Sister, you are much greater than a queen. You hear me? Brother, you're much greater than a king. There's nowhere in the world all of us was kings and queens in Africa. Do you hear me? There had to be subjects, there had to be farmers, there had to be servants, there had to be slaves, right? What's wrong with us just saying what the scripture says ye are gods, but you will die like men. But you want to be a king. Yeah, you greater than the king and queen. Oh yes, you greater than the emperor. I'm telling you. And I'll back it up with scripture if you want me to. You greater than the king or queen. Greater. Now, come at me. Consciously, you're greater than any title. That's why we stuck on cars and clothes, because we think if we drive a certain car or we wear some certain clothes, we special. I told my daughter I'm arrogant if I got a pair of hush puppy piece of crap on my feet. Long as my clothes smell good, I'm cool. I'm greater than a king or queen. You come at me, you'll see. I'm a force to be reckoned with. And I love our children. And you can come at me any way you want, but I'm telling you, starting today, it's about our babies. It's about our babies, man. Come on, y'all. We can still have fun and take care of the kids, y'all. We can still go to Vegas. We can still go to Portugal. We can still go to Jamaica. We go anywhere we want in the world, but let's take care of our babies, man. And yes, we got babies that's 30 and 40 years old. See, I'm 50, so, I've got babies. It's almost 30, but they are babies. We better wake up, because everything that happens in our community is us. We self-sabotaging ourselves. We killing ourselves, man. If you don't believe me, go on the corner and see who's selling that young girl coke. You don't believe me? See how many children are getting molested in Baltimore by white people. Now, you gonna get mad at Uncle Bob. Yeah, auntie touching your kids. Uncle touching, cousin touching kids. Mr. Such cross street shooting dope. Y'all shoot dope with is messing with your child. Yeah, that's who's hurting our children. We hurting our children. Take ownership. Take ownership of who you are. You're supposed to be a creative being, and all you doing is living a destructive life. So that's what you're creating, destruction. Yeah, I'm coming at you hard. I'm hitting you with body shots. I'm sorry. I know you want to hear some scripture. You want to hear praise them. Go do a what you call it, a shut-in. Y'all want to do one of them, right? Y'all want to do a praise dancing and some music and all that stuff. No, it's time to put in some work. And I'm gonna leave you with this, and I'm gonna try to say this every time before I shut off. Shamali Shiel Elanai, that means, hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is one, your Lord your God is alone. He said, just serve the Creator. Anybody that you pay, or anyone that you have to pay to give you knowledge, you're gonna trust them, huh? Anybody you have to pay, politicians, preachers, judges, police, that you gotta pay to give you service, you gonna trust them? Are you gonna trust them? People that got to have a certain quality of life while you don't. The person that you pays, children's life is better than yours, and you paying them. Yeah. Oh, my pastor, and I'm going to say it one, you ain't going to hear this no more. My pastor, he got some $2.5 million house. He makes $300,000 a year. He drive a Bentley. Oh, my goodness. But you pay him to have a Bentley. You paid him to have that house. Everything you see what your pastor got, you bought it. Now explain to me how you can invest in someone, but you catching a bus. You got mortgage problems. So you invest in a man. That's why God said it in scripture. Look at the old covenant. He said, do you want a king? In Israel, the chosen people, I want a king. He said, well, they going to pimp your daughters out. Hey, your son's working in the field. Half of y'all got people over top of y'all talking about they're your spiritual father, but they really your king. And they're living much greater than you while you living in poverty. They living off your money while you live in poverty. And if you don't like, you can disfriend me, but you show me anywhere in scripture where Jesus had a Bentley, a plane, a train. He said consciousness. Listen to scripture. Put this mind in you, which was in Yahshua HaMessiah, which was in what? The salvation of God in the flesh. Put this mind in you. But you think you're successful because you go to a church that costs $30-40 million, a building. You could have went and bought some project. I'm letting it go. Man, pour into our children. I'm coming hard. I'm coming strong. Just friend me if you got a problem with the truth, because I'm coming hard and I'm hitting hard. I love you all, but never trust someone that you got to pay to do the right thing that you believe they doing. Never trust a man. Never trust a man or woman you got to pay, and then they still got you under their foot. Wake up and go get our kids. Shalom. Peace.